the Lazy Man's Guide to World-Class Flexibility. I designed this for athletes who are competing in practices and games so hard that they don't want to spend time on stretching, but they have time in the evening at home, whether it's playing video games or watching TV or even watching sports games. You can make that time productive by getting into stretches that take little to no energy. Here's the first one. So with this stretch, you want to put not your ankle, not your heel, but that spot right in between ankle and heel on your upper thigh there. With this stretch, by relaxing your hips towards the floor, you're able to get a stretch through here and in the outside of your hip. Just by relaxing, you can just chill here. This is a favorite for being on your phone, watching something on your phone, texting, or just relaxing, listening to music. To make this stretch easier, you just scoot farther from the wall. You want to be in a position that's not uncomfortable, that you feel a light stretch, and you want to stay in it for a long time. To make it harder, you just start with your hips closer to the wall. So the closer your glutes are to the wall, the more the stretch. You can see how my hips are off the ground now, so I have more weight stretching me down. Second stretch, you want to put your glutes against the wall. You want to start with your feet here, and just relax until you feel a groin stretch. There you go, that's the stretch. You could practically fall asleep like this. You'll probably wake up more flexible in 8 hours, but I don't recommend actually falling asleep like this. Same thing, you can work from your phone while relaxing in this stretch. Stretch number 3, you just extend your legs out and put your hands forward. In this case, this is a great one for watching TV. You could even play video games. As you get more flexible, you can reach out farther. This is the most comfortable position. You can test yourself from time to time to see if you can get your elbows down or your head down or your shoulders down. As you can see, on this stretch, I've gotten world-class flexibility on it just from chilling out like this. You can ask anyone in the gym. I've spent so much time just answering my DMs like this. So this one's great for being on your phone or watching TV, and the easiest is to have your hands down and just gradually work your hands forward. The second to last stretch is now putting your feet together. Same thing, awesome for watching TV, playing video games, or being on your phone. I do suggest over time to start grabbing your toes and pulling them back, because this gets into a really key area for knee health, and there's a muscle right behind your knee. So we're actually trying to feel it not just in the hamstrings. So if you point your toes away, you can feel the hamstrings, but if you point your toes towards you and lean forward, you'll actually feel it stretching behind the knees. So this is a great one. You could grab your ankles, you could grab here, you can grab your toes. You don't have to be able to reach your toes to point your toes towards you, but this is excellent for working behind your knees. So this is one of the most important ones I find, and it's so great because you can just watch TV, you can be on your phone, and by having your toes pointed towards you, you get an incredible stretch. Again, you can test yourself over time, trying to put your head down, but for the most part, you actually get good at these stretches through time, not through vigor. The final stretch, and this is the toughest one, however, it's still in the scheme of quad stretches, this is the most relaxing, easiest quad stretch. So the first thing is to get comfortable. You want to have your toes just slightly touching each other. Each big toe comes together, and then the first step would just be to get comfortable in this position. So a lot of guys, because of so many knee pains and knee injuries, the knees get really tight and stiff. So just spending time bending those knees can pay huge dividends over time. But use your hands if you need to, and then bit by bit over time, you want to let your heels come out so that your glutes are just between your heels. So if your toes have to come slightly apart, that's fine. Start them together and see if you can get your glutes between your heels, because we're getting an ankle stretch at the same time. So it's not uncommon for guys to really feel their ankles. This is for ankles and knees. And again, you can sit here, watch TV, but I want you to gradually start reaching back behind you. So this would be the next step would be to have your hands behind you, and then you can flatten it out. So here, you'll have even a little bit more stretch, even a little bit more on the ankles. But again, do this over time. Follow my time recommendations, which you'll see in the video, which is 1 to 5 minutes on each stretch. You can chill in these positions for a long time, up to 5 minutes. But start with 1 minute, build your resiliency. But you start sitting on your knees and ankles every day, and you can really start having magic happen for them. Now over time, you can start actually putting your glutes into a contracted position to bring the stretch further up into your hips. So now we can actually start to turn this into a hip stretch by squeezing the glutes and leaning back. So same thing, you can still be watching your favorite TV show or watching an NBA game while getting a world-class ankle, knee, hip stretch. And then you want to even relax it back. You could be on your phone, or since it's the last stretch, you could just suck it up and just focus on the stretch. By squeezing my glutes and laying all the way back, I'm now getting an amazing ankle stretch, amazing knee stretch, and amazing stretch for my hips because it's opening up those tight quads leading to the hips. So this is amazing for your lower back even because it's opening up these muscles that get tight from sitting so much. So once you can get back here, relax. Again, you don't want to actually fall asleep in any of these stretches, but the idea is that you find positions that you can get comfortable in and spend a long time in and do daily while multitasking, watching a sports game, being on your phone, being productive, whatever it is for you, whether it's just relaxing. This is your relaxing stretch routine that you can spend up to half an hour doing as a daily ritual, and you can actually get world-class flexibility, not having to go to the gym to do it. You can focus your gym work at the gym, your sport work with your sport, and then on your own in the evening from the comfort of your home, watching TV, being on your phone, you can actually get world-class flexibility. 1 to 5 minutes per stretch. Work to where 5 minutes is easy, and then for me, like I don't even use the timer anymore. I just relax quite a while in each one and cycle through, and it takes me about half an hour. Doing this daily, world-class flexibility. Don't have to put energy into it. Don't have to take time out of your day that you wouldn't otherwise. I really hope this helps.